But there we go. All right. How y'all doing tonight? Hopefully y'all are doing all right. So tonight, what I was hoping to do is start learning a little bit about some beautiful, beautiful soup. The kind of inspiration for this was that there was a recent tweet out by David Shore. For those of you who don't remember, David Shore was an analyst at some Democratic think tank, and he was pretty much let go because he was pointing out that back in 1968, there was a pretty noticeable correlation between counties that had race riots in them and counties that had, I don't even think I should probably refer to them as necessarily race riots, but counties that had more violent protests and counties that ended up shifting more towards Nixon, and that this is relevant for Democrats because, as you may have guessed by the date here, there were a number of protests going around the country, some of them turning violent, and so Shore was trying to pretty much bring attention to these things and pointing out that this might be the slight shift in polling that gives the election to Trump, and so by pointing that out, he was then let go. He got pretty bombasted on Twitter, and was eventually let go from his job, and so he went off and created his own thing. Posted this nice little thing that Republicans are probably looking to do pretty good in the next two elections, which is super depressing, but then posted about his job board, and that they're hiring, and a job like this I think would be really great, mainly because it would be really nice if I could continue doing the programming shit like what I'm doing now, but then also have a little bit of more real impact, I'd say, on politics, because that's something I've really been trying to do more of lately and get more involved in. So, I don't know, a job like this would be super dope. However, as of right now, I don't think I have the skill set necessary to get a job like this in doing like data science or senior software engineer stuff. As much as I would like a job like this, I definitely don't have the skill set right now. So I think the main goal is going to be to start hopefully developing the skill set that can hopefully open up a couple doors like this that might be interesting to pursue a little bit more down the road. So in the meantime, I figured the first main step that I am going to want to learn if I'm going to try to do more kind of large-scale data science stuff would be some basic web scraping. It seems like it would be pretty valuable. I want to turn this down just there. No, I don't want to. What's the way to touch the volume? There we go. It seems like it would be pretty totally lost my train of thought now that I changed the volume. Yes, so data science projects. What would be interesting is to do more data science related projects. So something that would be useful is web scraping, I would assume, for that. Mainly because the ability to kind of just scour the web, automate some scripts that'll be able to take data from various websites. And hopefully I can build a whole pipeline that will, start with, let's start with, we got some web page, it's got some data. I can automate the data capture and then put that into a Python script, and then that will lead to job with money. So this is the game plan. Automate the process of going to some website, capture whatever data it is that I think might be relevant, and then just automatically pass that on into some Python script. So hopefully we can do something that's just like, Python voter turnout.py, and then do something like, state Montana, and then have it just automatically, it can go to like some Secretary of State website or wherever, wherever I might be able to get this information most readily. And then it can just kind of always automatically have the most up-to-date information. That way I don't have to go through and like maintain anything. Probably end up creating some kind of local database that we can just pull this from, so we don't have to ping a website every time. But having some way to just automatically scrape a web page for the data that I want to use in this, I think would be useful. So gonna start learning how to use the soup. So pretty much tonight I'm just going to be going through the pythonprogramming.net. This is the CentDex guy that I talked about a little bit when I was kind of starting to look at some neural network stuff, and just kind of going through his stuff and just kind of doing some basic tutorial shit. So that's all that's on the docket for tonight. So this I don't need. I think we're going to create, just a whole new directory. We'll say, save that, close it. Also, get rid of that, minimize that. Pip install LXML. Soup also realize the parser, the default is LXML. You already have it, but you should check. Attempt to import XML. Okay, I've already got it. Need HTML. We've created an example page. So yeah, the nice thing that it's done is we've got like a little dummy page that we can kind of practice on. No. Yes, we're just gonna read. Then we create the soup. This is a beautiful soup object. Okay, yeah, this is why we don't want to do that. Alright, so we'll do a URL request. I am kind of curious just what this source is. Morning soup. So this is just, I call the text from it, just a giant string. Okay, we got the head, new line, tab. Okay. URL open. And the soup, we'll take it using LXML parsing. If you print soup, print source, it'll look the same, but the source is just a plain response data. The soup is an object that we can actually interact with by tag now. So now, things like print soup.title, print soup.title.name, print soup.title.string, print soup.title.parent.name, print soup.p. Oh, now if I run this guy, cool. You have title, programming tutorial, title, Python programming. We are going to, I'm not really sure if like this is still part of title or not. So we're gonna do something like title tab. Name. That's a little more obvious. What is what? Okay, so that is title name. String. Oops. Parent name. P. Parent name is head. P class introduction. Oh, hello. This is a span style font. Wonderful page meant to let you practice web scraping. This page was originated with the help of the work of beautiful soup doc, target blank, strong, beautiful soup 4, strong. If I go back to here, okay, it's getting me this. And this is actually getting me the link. I'm going to assume, oh hey, look at that. Matches that. And that's what it is. Okay, beautiful soup library. Beautiful soup 4 library. Nice. Okay, cool. So yeah, what is this -p thing? Finding paragraph tags P is a fairly common task. In the case above, we're just finding the first one. What if we wanted to find them all? Then we just soup find all P. Okay, so soup.find all. And hope hopefully this should just print out like everything, or the 2 paragraphs that are in. No. Okay, so this is that first one. Get rid of you. P class introduction, no hello, this is span, yada yada yada. Library, okay, and then this, following the table. Code programming languages. Okay, that's a formatting thing. I think it's clear. Okay, so this is just going through and getting all the paragraphs, which I guess it's kind of common syntax to just do a P on all of these, but not necessarily. Finding paragraphs takes P is a fairly common task, or I guess it's always, this is just part of the HTML. It seems like. For paragraph and find all P, paragraph string, paragraph text. The difference between string and the text, so the string produces a navigatable string object, and text is just a typical Unicode text. Okay. Notice that there are child tags in the paragraph item that we're attempting to use. String on, we will get none returned. Another common task is to grab links. For example, URI find all A. Print URL get href. In this case, you just grab the .text from the tag. You'd get the anchor text, but we usually want the link itself. That's why we're using the .get href to get the true URL. Because this, okay, so this is A, it's a link, and I guess that's just boo boo boo. Okay. Here, do final email to grab text. You can use these just to get text. My beautiful soup object, including the full soup. So yeah, if I do print, get me them linkies. I guess A is just the universal sign for like hyperlink. Yeah, no. Okay, bunch of these. Okay. Brand logo, image, okay. Static images, main logo, white thick, style. Okay, so this is like getting everything, because that's a link. Let me just full page real quick. Okay, we have home. We're gonna have the plus equals 1. Tooltip, data position bottom. We have the plus. Okay, so this is going and getting out. Yeah, pretty much everything. That will link to something else. href. Okay, so this is just gonna send me home there. Image responsive source, that style, A class, button collapse, data activities, nav sidebar, href, I class, navigation, slash home. It's also gonna hit me the href. Okay, so this is the actual HTML reference, hyperlink reference, whatever that might be. Okay. Login, register, and when I make this full screen, we got login, I guess sign up. Takes the dash register, and so these are all the different pages based on what's there. Cool, 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 cool. So then, if instead, oh no, what happened? Did I like create that? Yes. So this, I don't think I really want. This is much more what I want right now. So here, let's just clean this up. I don't want you or you or you or any of these. To do awesome stuff. Okay. URL dot get href. So now, okay, boom. Those are all the pages they will take me to. Cool. Oh yeah, and then the just get text. Right. Get me to the textory. Programming as a superpower. Okay, and so this is just all the straight text from everything. Cool. Cool. Where is the XKCD link? I didn't see it in there. href, target blank, gray text, padding right. This would be towards the end. Yeah, it would be after the privacy policy. Programming, okay, this, okay. And it does anti-gravity, cool.
And here we want to show you that you can program a picture right along with us. We'll use a single color, some unorthodox functions, and each line we'll put a bit of nature's masterpieces right here on our canvas. Today we'll have them run all the functions across the stream, right now, that you need to program along with us, starting with a simple one. To dist x0 y0 x1 y1. Local make quote rx difference x1 x0. Local make quote ry difference y1 y0. Output sqrt sum product rx rx product ry ry. And there we go. Just like that. To lerp a b t. Output sum a product t difference b.
All right. Another time. Okay, cool. This includes an introduction. The next story we're going to cover navigating the page's elements to get more specifically what you want. Cool. Now, I guess how many navigation? Okay, it's going to be pretty short tutorial here. And then, yeah, I guess we'll start diving in how to maybe use this, yeah, for an actual project real quick. Part 2, the web scraping. Navigating source code just to get a slice of data we want. Begin with the same little import thingy. There's some white space. Blah. Beautiful soup. Blah. Go away, you. Fuck. That's sleepy. It's starting to hit me real hard. I'm pretty sure I'm out of coffee. I'm actually going to go see if I might have some coffee real quick. Okay. We still have some coffee left. Alright, now rather than working with the entire soup, you can specify a new beautiful soup object. The example soup.nav. Next we can grab a links from just the nav bar. So I do want to try just print soup. So this should just tell me everything I'm allowed to do to the soup. Name space. Okay, so this doesn't actually have. Let's just try. Nav equals soup.nav. Even though this doesn't really seem to say I should be able to do a nav. Like I would expect there to be a nav in here. But it's not for some reason. So let's see what actually happens here. For URL in nav dot find all a, and I want to print the URL get the href. What's this guy? Nav style, background color, class div, nav wrapper, container, class brand logo. Main logo thick. From Lil href home. Okay, so it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty much just getting like this like navigation area. But I am kind of curious. Oh hey. You guys, I got my first bot. Aww. Except it won't let me block it from here. Why? Okay. We gotta. Oh no. Y'all. I'm getting raided by my first spam bot, and I have no idea what to do. Alrighty, let's. Okay, now I need to figure out how to ban a bot. How do I ban users? I can report. Pornography, unwanted commercial content, and spam. But that only banned that one, so I should just be able to hide user in this channel. Remove. Your message deleted. Why is it only... Okay. I need to figure out how to put user in a timeout. I don't know how. Timed out for... No, I really need to know how to... How do I ban? Pin message, report, remove, hide user on this channel. Is that just... This user's messages will now be hidden. I don't know if it's the same thing as ban. Oh boy, we gotta change that right now. Man, wait a second. Oh my god, you Streamlabs, you piece of shit programming. Okay, 1 second. Holy shit, Streamlabs. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, cool. I gotta go delete all this. Holy fuck. Why is Streamlabs adding this link on all these videos? Even though I explicitly told it not to. So it's not on that one, and it is on this one. I don't know how that got added. Even though I'm pretty clear. Oh, fuck you, Streamlabs. Okay. Fucking hell, man. I have no idea how. And the bot is still spamming. Fucking goddamn it. Okay. How to ban users in YouTube chat. Why is... Okay, good. I'm glad IBM video support is what comes up. Fucking... God damn it. Quick block. Okay, but when I go to the user and I go to the triple dot thing, there is no block option. Why is that? Only viewers can block other viewers. Blocking, moderating. God damn it. How is this help page so unhelpful? Moderate messages. Alt. hide user on this channel was hidden by me. Okay. We will see what that does. Oh, God. Okay. Maybe that'll be fixed now. Okay, so Streamlabs, for whatever reason, is like, or at least it was, actively trying to dox me, which was a little less than ideal. I have no idea why it kept adding that information to like the stream details, but it was, and it's most upsetting. Okay. Hopefully the spam bot is done for. But we'll find out, I guess. Alright, where was I? Okay. Okay, so we're getting all of our links. We're grabbing the first of the nav tags. I'll see the soup. Cool. Body, get the best selection and grab text from there. Body, soup, body, paragraph, find all P. So what exactly are we doing with this? This guy's grabbing the first few navigation tags that we can find. The navigation bar. You could also go for soup.body to get the body section and grab the text. So is nav then just a tag that exists in this particular... Okay, yeah, it just... So the thing that I guess is a little less than clear are like what tags are going to be available like in my soup. So if I just have some soup object here, come on, no, go to the fucking terminal, piece of shit. Get rid of these guys for the time being. And is it just if I look in here that I will find just a nav title, meta, link, meta, link, compile. Okay, that's somewhere in here. There's going to be a like a caret nav. So I'm assuming, okay, yes. So there's a nav there. And I'm assuming if I keep scrolling through, there's the end of that nav. Okay, so nav is then going to give me all of wherever that first nav was. Is this an error message in here? Google tracking script. Okay. Okay, so this nav is pretty much... Okay, so the way that this is set up is we're just looking in the carets. It's just going to grab everything in there. So if I do just a general, where are my keys? Nav. And print this off, then I should... Okay, yeah, this is just going to give me everything in the nav. Okay, Cool. So it's describing me all of that. So in this example here, and I'm doing, okay, so I'm just in the navigation section. So I'm pretty much just gonna be able to tack on kind of whatever might exist in the web page. So that'll be a little tricky. I assume as I start doing this more and more, there will be kind of common conventions that hopefully something like soup.nav would work on almost like any web page. Like if I were to go to, like if I were to just do the same thing, but I just swapped out the URL with, say, like Facebook. Boom. We just got rid of this. And I kind of did the same thing. Is that gonna work? Place your bets now. None. No. So let's just try printing the soup and seeing what we get there. No, go away. Okay, what are we looking at here? Let's make this a little bigger. Okay, so could I do for URL in soup.get all? What's the command for this? Find all. Find all. And I did a print URL. Would this find anything? Yes, okay. So it does seem like there are some, like this is kind of a common naming convention. Then we have an href. It gives me the link. Okay, cool. Cool. Privacy, mutation, recover, invite, developers, careers, privacy, groups, about, create, add, fundraisers. Add choices, nav A, or true, class, role, button, style, max width, span, class, sections of this page, blah, 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 recover, Facebook login, forgot password. Okay, so if I click forgot password, it's gonna take me to recover-initiate. Log screen. We're just gonna try to. Identity, please enter your email, mobile number. Okay, cool. Set cookie locale. Coker. Hello Korean. Okay, the bots seem to have disappeared. At least for the time being. So that's good. Oh, you're gonna be a poop. I would like you. No, stop that, please. Want you to half screen. There we go. Okay, cool. Close that out. So then I can just do that and then have find it all, everything into text, soup.body, do the same thing, find LP. Finally, sometimes there might be multiple tags with the same names but different classes, and you might want to grab information from a specific tag with a specific class. For example, our page that we're working with is a div tag with the class of body. We can work with data like this, so to find all div class body. Finally, sometimes there might be multiple tags with the same names, but different classes. You might want to grab information from a specific tag with a specific class. For example, our page that we're working with has a div tag with the class of body. Okay. Now the class body, which allows us to work with a specific class of tags. And that's where we're going to cover working in tables and XML. Okay. This all seems simple enough. Welcome to part 3. Man, we are blasting through this tutorial. Alright, I think the neighbors are done. Not really sure what they were fighting about. See, this is the problem with leaving my window open, is that I want to try to let some of the cold air in at night. But that then means okay. I think they're done. Maybe not. But okay. Part 3. At a table, we have some soup. And these will work for us. So our page is just, okay, so in theory, yeah. I'm just gonna go like, I think it's Control 1, yeah. Part 3, keep it there just for posterity. So there, right now, I just want to look at the general table tag, or we could use soup.find table. Either of these will work for us. Next, we can find the table rows within each table. Okay, so again, man, yeah, this all feels very, maybe this is just the nature of web scraping, that it is very website specific, because like if I, yeah, like as I just kind of saw with the Facebook example, that as soon as I jump to a different web page, like I'm gonna have to make any soup, like any beautiful soup object for a web page, like there's no guarantee of what the tags might be, and so it'll have to be pretty specific for each, like, page, which is gonna make doing this a little on the not fun side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have like one, hopefully I can have like one point of reference website that I can get any data that I want from, because if not, then yeah, like every single, you know, go to this line, get this link, do the thingy-majigger. is going to be very like site specific. So if I write up a bunch of code that, you know, gets voter data from like say one state using like some web scraping, then I'm not going to be able to just take that script and jump on over to a different state's web page, have it run the exact same, and then be like, yep, got all the datas, I'm happy now. But it might, yeah, I don't know, hopefully maybe there's at least a rough process I'll be able to have where if it follows at least even the smallest consistency of like structure, then I'll be able to at least have some kind of process where I do have to kind of handhold it for each individual state. But yeah. Now just thinking of how I'm going to want to structure everything. Okay, done zoning out and thinking about that for a minute. Okay, so we're going to do soup table find. Either of these will work for us. Next we can find the table rows within the table. So soup.table, yeah, this table function seems like it'll be something the most relevant for like trying to get relevant data. So if I do table equals soup dot find, don't care about that. Yeah. I guess this would be more, useful when I don't really know exactly what it is I want to find. I want to make a more flexible function where this string could be like an input. Okay, I can definitely see some use there. Find table. Either of those work for us. Next, we can find the table rows within the table. Okay, so right off, if I just do print table, boop, boop. Okay, table style width 100 tr. Okay, table row. What the fuck is this shit doing? Okay. Wait, is this the table? No, this is the table. What the fuck is going on here? Alright, table style, tr. Program name, okay, table row. So it's just, there's a row. It's wrapped up in th, t, okay, then we have another row, type. So I'm assuming that's like type header, type data, and there's no real checks on here. Table row, table row, table row, td, td, td. Okay, and so it's just going through and doing td, and then this larger table class structure is going to automatically separate everything out for us. Cool. Okay. So my day counter just shifted. Date somewhere shifted. Okay, so that's got my table going back into here. Table rows, find all. get rid of that. What? Okay, nothing changed. Except now it's just in a list form. Which of those are there? Cool. Then we can probably iterate through this all for TR in table rows. This will just do for element in the list, data, find all, text for I in that, print the row. Okay, so this is doing, yeah, so we're gonna iterate through TRs, this list of all of them. So for this element, this is also gonna be some type of soup object, which means I can go in here and do the find all TD, which this isn't going to find anything because this first one only has THs. So in the second element here, I have 3 TD, and then I just want to get the text in each of those. Cool, 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 cool. Yeah. So now I can do, yeah. Okay, cool. Row and TR data equals TR dot find all TD R equals I dot text for I in data print R. Why are you yelling at me? TR, because it's grabbing that, so I want that to be not an insert, but a row. Dot find all. Result object has no attribute find all. Really? Okay. Yay. Happy Panda. Nice. Okay, and so then if I actually wanted to do this stuff, I can then set up like a pandas data frame. Do that, pickle it. Okay, so if like I'm scraping a web page trying to get like voter data, then okay. Might be, yeah, this might also be interesting for like a bot. And then hooking this up one thing at a time. God damn it. I'm so fucking bad at just like focusing on one thing at a time. I'm constantly being like, ooh, I could then add this or that, and then I could do this other thing. And it's like, no, stop it. One baby step, one step at a time. Don't try to do everything all at once. Empty since it has a header. Show non-beautiful soup. I will just show a non-beautiful soup method using pandas. If you don't have it, you can do pip install pandas, read HTML, header 0 for df. Oh, okay. What? Pandas as a data analysis library is better suited for working with table data in many cases, especially if you're planning to do any sort of analysis. Pandas and data analysis, you can check out this guy, which is going to be another, okay, which I probably have already gone through at some point. So I've definitely already done a lot with pandas and matplotlib. Data analysis library, yada yada. Finally, let's talk about parsing XML. XML uses tags much like HTML, but it is slightly different. We can use a variety of labels to parse XML, including standard library options, but since this is Beautiful Soup 4 tutorial, let's talk about how to do it with BS4. One of the most common reasons you might deal with XML document is if you're trying to scrape a sitemap for a website. PythonProgramming.net has a sitemap.xml that we'll use for that. Sitemap looks like blah. To parse XML, we need to change some of our initial code. That sitemap.xml, this is XML instead of LXML. Note that we're grabbing source data from the new link, but also we want to be as beautiful soup rather than having LXML. Our second parameter is XML. Now if you want to grab the URL, we can do URL for all lock. Okay. Scraping dynamics with JavaScript text. Welcome to part 4 of the beautiful soup. Here we're going to discuss how to parse dynamically updated data via JavaScript. Many websites will supply data that is dynamically loaded via JavaScript. In Python, you can make use of I don't know if this is Jinja or Hinha, or if it's Jinha, Hajin, or remixing and matching. Jinja, template engine. Template engine, special placeholders. Okay, so what? Python Jinja. Tutorial. Sample user from template. Enter your name. Hello. Interesting. Okay. Go way back here. Templating and to do this without JavaScript. But many websites use JavaScript to populate data. To simulate this, I've added the following code to this page. Yeah, blog documentation element by yes, no, enter HTML. Look at you, Shannon. Not sure. Ooh, oh, fuck you. Yes, no JavaScript, enter HTML. The code basically takes regular paragraph tags, the class of JS test, and initially turns the text, why you bad though, after this. Basically takes regular paragraph tags with the class of JS test and initially returns the text why you bad though. After this, however, there is some JavaScript defined that will subsequently update that JS test paragraph data to be look at you shining. Thus, if you are reading the JavaScript updated information, you will see the Shannon message. So okay, right here. JavaScript dynamic test data. Cool. Has that always been there? Yeah, okay. Don't know how I missed that. Fuck. Why? Oh, because it's a new account. Every time. Okay, but this isn't... I can't actually interact with chat through Streamlabs. That's really fucking annoying. So has this just been a different account each time online? Yes. Cool. Let's block another user. Yay. Okay. I think that'll fucking help, man. Alrighty. All those are deleted. Gotta figure out a way to... Maybe my next project will be coming up with a mod bot for my own chat. I feel like this is a nice, badge of honor for becoming a real, legitimate streamer now that I have bots spamming chat. Okay, so the JavaScript is working. So if I were to go back, I'm gonna do that. Part 4. Do the same initial setup. Come on, you piece of shit. So if I were to go into here, login modal, beautiful is better than ugly. There's this script, JavaScript dynamics. There's paragraph that is running. Class JTest ID, yes, no JavaScript. Why you bad though? So I'm pretty sure on this page, no, this page, did I have a, oh, NCAA stuff. Yay, go teams. Okay, so right now this is showing, look at you shining. So if I remember how to disable, which I don't. Can you just right click? I want to say I need to do inspect and disable JavaScript. Open the dev tools. Right click the web page, inspect, Control Shift I, and Control Shift P. I do Control, Hey, Java, disable JavaScript. And then there it's not showing up. Cool, now if I turn that back on, now enable JavaScript, reload the page. Cool. Get rid of that. Go back to here. Code basically takes regular paragraph tags with the class of JS tests and initially returns text. Why you bad though? After this, however, there's some JavaScript defined that will subsequently update the JTest paragraph data to be look at you shining. Thus, if you are reading the JavaScript updated information, you will see the shining message. If you don't, then you will be ridiculed. Sadness. If you open the web page in your browser, you'll see the shining message. So we'll try in Beautiful Soup. Alrighty, JTest print y. Aw, no, it'll yell at me and make fun of me. So if I do JS test equals soup dot find p class equals JS test print JS. There we go. Scroll down here. Hit up arrow. Okay, that just returns the whole object. If I go here and do .text, I probably, nope, because that's not a function call. Cool. And mainly because it's just grabbing that right there. Doesn't mimic the client. Understandable. JavaScript is code that runs on the client. With Python, we simply make a request to the server and get the server's response, which is the starting text, along, of course, with the JavaScript, but it's the browser that reads and runs the JavaScript. Thus, we need to do that. There are many ways to do this. If you're on a Mac or Linux, you can set up dry scrape. Or we can just do basically what dry scrape does in PyQt4, which, side note, to anyone who might be in charge of naming conventions, it is the biggest travesty in the world that this is not Qt Py. I understand that like Qt is already like an established library in like C and C++, I think. But the fact that it's like Python Qt rather than Qt Py is the biggest fuck up in all of Python dev history. Whoever messed that up, I hope they don't have a job anymore. And everyone can follow along. Thus get Qt Py 4. If you need help getting Qt Py 4, check out the Qt Py tutorial. Get mission QRL, Q web page. So we make some client application systems argv. Set the URL client response source client response mainframe to HTML. Beautiful soup source. So what's source here? Okay, so here it's the main takeaway here is that since Qt is asynchronous, we mostly need to have some sort of handling for when okay. As asynchronous, we mostly need to have some sort of handling for when the page loading is complete. If we don't do that, we're not going to get the data we want. It will just be an empty page. Otherwise, we're using the PyQt WebKit to mimic a browser. Okay. Upon having that done, we can see the JavaScript data. Look at you shining. Just in case you wanted to make use of dry scrape, import dry scrape, session, yada, body. Yeah, this seems a lot easier than doing a Qt Py thing. That's all for the series for now. Go back to more other tutorials. Okay. Yeah, the mere fact that apparently Pandas just already has not a way, you can just give it read HTML and it will just automatically get what you want. It is super nice. So if I do data frame pd dot read ht, there we go. Knew it would figure it out eventually. I do boop, grab that, throw it there. No, we're not going to do a header thing for now. For dfn. Okay, because that will this will effectively grab all the tables. And if I do header equals 0, what is that going to do? It does nothing. Okay. So this is pretty handy. Just auto grab my table. So what should the end goal be? I think it would be another bot. Man, I'm just getting spammed with bots over and over again. Okay. Have all data already. Hit the date and site and grab most up-to-date info. Because I'm thinking it would be kind of nice, yeah, if however this script ultimately gets laid out, is that we can just run it and it'll, yeah, I think the ability to do some kind of web scraping or at least some kind of website interaction means that we will always be able to get the most up-to-date information. And then every time that there's an election, rather than having to try to go through and kind of rebuild all the tables, we can have some type of architecture already set up that will just auto scrape and ping everything. Okay. Focus. All right, so you'll be able to hit the state website, grab the most up-to-date data. We can compile it all in some type of compile it all in a single data frame. Maybe learn some more SQL while I'm at it. Because I do a little bit of SQL at work, but not much, and so it might prove useful to do a little bit more of that on my own time. I also want to check out, I know I thought I had, yeah, there's this little beautiful soup tutorial that I might be worthwhile to go through. This is all set up. Running soup, URL request, soup output stuff, find all A, getting all of the links, somewhere we can extract useful information by using beautiful soup 4. Now let's understand more about soup. The above example is souping the page. The previous example, we parse a document, window document HTML, head, body, style, H1 script. It's all free. P, okay. Kinds of objects, okay. So this, we're just gonna go like that. So I think, all right, well, you gotta start somewhere. So, states in alphabetical order. Start with Alabama. All right, so if I wanted to know information about Alabama's voter turnout, what would I go wait? Want to look? Alabama government. Alabama.gov. Government, state agencies, find your rep. Governor's office, online services, vote registration, crash reports, driver's license, all online services. File, taxes, Medicaid, child support, unclaimed property, renew driver's license. Residents, do not call, driver's license, tag and title office, workers' comp. Now active Amber Alerts. I also want to try to check out, see if this is robots.txt. That does not exist. 404 page not found. Cool. Attorney General, House, Senate Treasurer, Outdoor, Made in Alabama, Park. What is e-government? Enabling access to government through technology. Okay, let's just do Alabama voting data. So we want SOS, voter registration statistics. Okay, cool. So what happens? Cool. So there should be a way to get this via SOUP. Comprehensive voter turnout through 2020. Nice. Now this would be a little bit more of a pain because it's not a nice CSV format. It's all text, which maybe adds some PDF parsing. General election. General totals by oh man, there's so much nice info. Primary runoff, general election by age, special primary election, House District 49 results, general election participation by gender, registration statistics on the number of registered voter, year, date, figures, total ballots cast, general election. So if I click on this, oh fuck, see it's all in this bad format, which is less than ideal. Absentee voting. I'm already in the election data area. Up to date. General election results, precinct level. And yet so inconsistent. What if I go into because XLS is like Excel, right? Yeah. No, it's like Google Slides. Just take me to slides, please. No, I don't want slides. I want sheets. Actually, I don't want blank. I want to... I just drag this over. Is it gonna work? Nope. Open file picker. Uploaded. So this is going to be in my downloads in here, except that might be why. It's all zipped. That's not helpful. Zip extractor? Okay, go away. I don't want no slides. Just take me there. No, I want to go here. I want to go to sheets. I want to go up a level. Hopefully there's nothing too incriminating. I would like to extract all. Where would I like to extract that? Right here, please. Cool. So now if I just take it and like drag and drop. Fuck you. Upload. Uploading. Just so I can kind of visualize it. Contest title, registered voters, total, party, candidate. Trinity. Okay, so these are all the different voting precincts for Hattuga, Alabama. Cast. Total registered voters total 0 in all of them. Well, I don't think that is going to be quite accurate. Ballots cast, total number of ballots cast at each location. Absentee, provisional, straight Alabama Democratic Party, straight party, overvotes, undervotes, president and vice president, overvotes 1, I'm not really sure what this under and overvotes are for. Senator, all the different things. Get rid of that. Okay. So, before I spend too much time on this, I really do, I need to put a little more thought into like what egg exactly do I want out of any of these data sets? Do I even care about like county and precinct level breakdowns? Yes, I feel like I want really fine resolution for the data. So I would probably want breakdown of all elections and breakdown into precincts. I don't know how to spell. Boop, man. So if I did straight party like I don't know what exactly these straight party lines are. Has a percentage of absentee, has a percentage of total ballots. Total ballots cast. Wonder if there's a thing. Yeah, I would think. Okay. Just trying to think right now how exactly I want to go about making this and how specifically we want to structure everything. So yeah, I'm starting to think more and more that I'm gonna want to learn a little bit. I'm gonna need to do some SQL shit. So I think that might be easier, yeah, than doing this all in a data frame. Because I think what I would, yeah, like to have kind of at my fingertips would be things broken down by like election year, and then, you know, you'd have president, Senate, House, other stuff. And then I'd also want, you know, state, county, voting location, because I don't know how to spell precinct. Nope. Voting location. And then I'm going to want, because ideally what I think I want to do is just kind of automatically go here, download all like Excel sheets that I can find or anything, because there are going to be different things like this not gonna be super useful for me, at least, because I don't really have a way to parse this in any way. But precinct level, you know, all of these zip files are going to be useful. Primary runoff precinct results. At least some of them might be. At least, you know, primary is probably not going to care about too much, but maybe. So what I'm going to want to do, primary election results, precinct level, general election results. So I guess right off the bat, this here looks like a table that I should be able to grab. So let's just start fucking around and see what kind of damage I can do. So rather than have it in here, what I'm probably gonna want my main to be, and for now we're just gonna comment out all of my tutorial code, because I might want it hanging around just in case. But for the time being, we're gonna have that. I am gonna want to do like a source equals URL lib.request URL open, pretty much just, okay, I want this. I don't know why I'm typing this out loud. But for this page, and we're definitely, this is going to be a bad practice for now, but for the time being, and then I should be able to do a soup. Yes, beautiful soup source. Let's just try LXML for the time being. I have no idea what it's going to give me back. But then I'm going to want to do, yeah, table, soup find table. So what I'm assuming is hopefully going to be there. And then print right now. Let's just print the table. Nice. Noise. HTTP sosalabama.gov sites default files inline download icon savage. Okay, cool. So if I just scroll to, okay, so now that I have this table object, I should be able to just grab like the first one. So test row equals table dot find, yeah, the first one for tester, find the first table row. And print me that test row. And don't print me out the whole table, please, because I don't need all of it. So this should, in theory, match up with the table header class, view fields, find year, ID, view field, table column, scope column, year. Not a button or nothing. Cool. Election division data downloads. Nice. So, okay, so right off the bat, I think if it has a description, then there's going to be like a CSV. Now, this file includes year-to-date figures for error and the number of registered voters. Okay, yeah, so this is just voter registration info. Is there a way? I wonder if there's going to be a way to tell. Okay, alrighty. So we're gonna do go back to find all. So that'll give me all the rows. I just want to look at the first like 0, 1, 2, 3 of them. So we're gonna do boom colon 4. Just give me a 0, 1, 2, 3. Nice. All right, so this first one is just all of that. And actually, yeah, I think I do want to go through for row in test row colon 4. How did I go through? Yeah, I got the data is going to equal row dot find all TD, which that first one will fill out, and then R is going to equal I dot text for I in data print R. Already coming in handy. Nice, we got 2002, blah. This file includes years for figures 22, and then nothing in that last one. That definitely not true. There is something in there. Need to figure out, but there's no text, is what it is. What happens if I just don't do the text part? It's gonna give me everything. Yeah. Okay. Text if I dot text is not equal to that, else I. Yay, Python bullshit. Yeah. All right, so now it's just gonna give me the text. And I'm probably gonna want to do a strip on it to get rid of all of this like white space I have just floating around. Voter registration statistics on the number of registered voters. So this last thing here, TD, field views field uploaded. These class names are so silly. Are so silly. Headers, view field, upload table, column, href, sites, default files, yada yada. There. So what happens if I grab source? I just copy that href into my browser, then it does take me straight, kind of there, not exactly there. But the Google search brings me right there. How do I... This is just going to be default files, inline images, download. How do I go straight to there? I would think there would be a way. Maybe, yeah, the pandas thing. If I just give it this extension with... excuse me. So what I think will happen is if I take all of like this string and then just tack on this href, because I'm assuming it's relative to whatever initial point I started at. It brings me page not found. Okay. There's got to be a way to just like auto download this. Href. How did this work? Here I just gave it a read HTML and just read the table. But here I'm not necessarily reading the table. What I'm trying to do with this URL dot get, none. Why are you none? TD class, field views, headers, yada, A. Because the href is buried. A, okay. Target blank. So if I did a.href, then it should, fuck you, because some of these are not links. What? Save. Here's an A that goes to end there. Then I have that. But in this one gave none. None type has no. So wait, this didn't air out until the 2001 line? Even though, no, it printed none, so it got to this guy. Which, if I look at the web page here, 0, 1, 2, 3, that takes me there. So is that how I can tell whether or not it's like a downloadable page? Or like a, yeah, what is, turn out none? No, yeah, this is an A2. So then why? Okay. Because that's if is not equal to. Wait, what? Not href. Because this is erroring out on this guy here. But this definitely has an A. So what in here? PDF. So I guess what I would like to do is just download. So I guess the first, yeah, it would just be to like download whatever file that is. Maybe this other tutorial has download. Alright, let's see if there's Python. What do I want to look? Python download files from URL. Download files from using request.get. Response get URL open. Write response.content. Install request module and import it into your project. You use request.get to download the data behind that URL. Write the file to the file in your system by calling open. Let's download Instagram's icon using Python. This icon can be found behind the URL. That. Okay, so if I just do like URL request, maybe there's a way Python download files beautiful soup. This will write all the files from the page with their original file names into a PDF dictionary. URL lib2 soup select A adders href. Okay, yeah. So here's, so this is, I'm getting lists of names where I'm going through and I'm getting all the hrefs. Select pen soup URL names. Zip names to URLs, full URL, plus link dot get href. Okay, yeah. Because here URL is what I'm getting via request, which I think this is doing the same thing. Okay. For name, URL, and names, print URL, URL lib2 request, URL open, to use our URL lib2. God, I feel so out of date using just regular URL lib. Open PDFs slash plus name write. Might be easier to use wget because then you have the full power to wget. User agent follow, ignore robot's text if necessary. base URL, path, URL with base plus path. Okay, so it seems like what I should be able to do is grab this URL that I'm like making my soup with, tack on the href at the end. So like href yada yada yada, and then effectively just do this URL lib request. Except this doesn't use, not necessarily in my example, requests.get. Okay. I don't know why. So what is the soup doing here? Soup, find all A, full URL is going to be the starting URL, which I'm at. Equals URL plus a get link, link.get the ref for I, link in enumerate find all A. Yeah, what is that doing? So if I have my table here and I do for I, link in enumerate my soup, find all A, print I, let's just try that. Okay, that's just gonna count. Okay, so that's kind of a way of iterating through a list while also getting the index. Oh man, that is so useful. Okay. So if I now do link dot get, or if I just do link dot href, should print out some values, should print out some nuns. Okay. Wait, no. It printed out nothing but none in all of these. Okay, that's fine. I can do a get href. Hey, there we go. So the real question then is because right now I'm all the way down to election data. And so if I just tack on this at the end, is it actually gonna give me a yeah, it's gonna give me a not found, even though there is over here, there is a why vote page. And so it seems like how do I know where the base? So I just go back here. I am looking at, Alabama voters -voter. Okay, so these paths are all relative to this guy. So if I do something, like base URL equals, that is like my root. And so if I have that plus voter data, is gonna be all of that. So now I want to do like a soup path. Use base plus voter. So my soup path is just going to be that. That's not going to be a string because the variable itself is a string. And now, fuck yeah, still works. Cool. Okay then. Next step. These are all of my links, even all of like my files. Election data 2000 genp1.txt. So, what do I want next? I want to go through all of these links and just download fucking everything that is an Excel sheet or a zip, because the zip might have more Excel sheets inside of it. Meeting minutes, blah 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 blah, blah 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 blah. Did I scroll up too far? Because now, go up here. Sites, default files, election data 2001, participation by gender, PDF. Default files, election data 2020 general, total ballots cast, PDF, zip. Okay. So, I'm just gonna do a lift, do a touch, do Alabama data. Make her Alabama data. So what I'm gonna want to do in here now is effectively this bit. For I link enumerate link dot get href, which will get that. I pretty much want to check if that href, if XLS in, so I want to do href equals link dot get href. Href is in href or zip in href. XLS X is also going to be in that, so that'll be fine. Okay, so this should then skip over any just PDFs or anything like that. So if it has one of those in there, then what I want to do is, okay, so that'll give me that. So I don't really want to do this whole, names append wagamahoozy. So instead, what I'm going to do is just pretty much cut straight URL lib. What are you doing here? Here you're just calling requests. I'm surprised the soup, whatever, don't care about the soup. The URL lib dot request URL open RQ. So this is names is going to be that full path, or at least it should be. But this names is only used here. URL. Okay, because this is just getting named. I don't really know what this is. The URL is effectively what I want to request. Append full URL ends. So here I'm doing link get href, and then I'm doing now. So I want to say data URL The bot is back. How? I thought I blocked you. And again, I can't interact with chat in here. Timeout. Report. Maybe if I classify this as pornography, YouTube will actually do something about it. Okay, so what time is it? Fuck, it's already 9:40. God damn it. Okay, a few more minutes and then we're gonna have to call it a night because it is getting late and I would like to get a decent night's sleep. Data URL is going to equal the base URL plus this href, which should be good. So now that I have the data URL, which I've already checked that it has what I want in it, I don't really think there's going to be a possibility of not having that. Then what I want to do is do something, like rq equals URL lib dot request data URL res URL lib dot URL open request. That's like response, I'm assuming. And then with open. And then right now it's running in this, so it's going to be Alabama data dash plus what am I, okay, so here's where I want like the, quote unquote name. So all of this for the time being, just still comment that out. Table. Here, making a list of all the names. What is going to be the best way to get this? I suppose the name I'm gonna want to be that. So what is that going to be under? I don't remember, but if I scroll up, oh no, you have a limited memory. Why do you have limited memory? Can I change that? Clear liner block, remove. You know what? Fuck you. If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you. Okay, so I want for R in, wait, no. Save. Run that real quick. So what's going to be the best? So each row. So if I do table find all tr. Right now, because this is finding all the links. We'll change this up later, not right now. But a table find all tr. And I go through each row. Right now this is enumerating through the entire site, which I don't think I want it quite like this. Yeah, I definitely want it for the test rows. So I think what I want to do instead is, yeah, data, find all TD. What if I do, yeah, like, and print data. Now this is going through and getting every single one of those, which I don't. So test row is going to be a list of all of these. So right now I'm going for row in test row. Data is looking at this, finding all the TD things, doing that. Right now it's not even doing that, it's just grabbing each row. Yeah, yeah, let's go back to limiting this a bit for I do not want you. So right now, yeah, I'm going through TD, skip that. Data. R is all of my like little individual data bits. Else I.A. So what I want to do for this, which there's gotta be a cleaner way to just get exactly what I want. Now, okay. So right now, this is just wrapping everything in a TD kind of table data object. So this first one, class, is like this class, its context is just that. So really all I want are data, I don't know if list 0, 1 and data -1, because that'll give me this and this. So those two, list index out of range. -1, -2, -3. I think the negatives are a little better. Parentheses list. List index out of range. Fuck you. So if when data greater than, or if data is not none, and do that. List index out of range. I guess it's not none. Yeah, because Python x equals blah. If x pass print 2. Yeah, if I just do if x, if, or yeah, it's still, yeah. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? X is none. It's false. X is, actually I don't know if these will. Okay, data not equal to that. There we go. Knew I'd get there eventually. So now I've got 1 and 0. So this I really only want the text, invalid syntax, close that. Nice, so here I've got name, strip that down. So if data is not none, and I want to try to get the href from that last bit. So I want data -1 dot get href none, even though you absolutely do have an href. So the more important question, I guess, is why don't you think? Because it's inside a TD, and that's inside an A. Fuck you too. What? Okay, yeah. What happened if I just do TD? No, it's all the way down. Okay. Let's try. Throwing this out on its own line. Alright, so right now this is getting none on everything. Why is that? Well, it is returning this. So get A. Why I can do that? I guess that only works at the soup level. Why aren't you working? Where's my tutorial bullshit? URL, okay. Table, not that. I want to go to the table. Is that find all text for I in TD? So this is inside. I did table.find all TR. So done. So I already did the find all.td. Right? Yeah, I already did find all TD. Alright, let me just do type data. What is that? That is a class BS4 element tag. Okay. So this would let me go through this is doing the for thing in rows. This is doing the find all in the data. Then here I was looping through each thing in that, and I was able to do an I.text. So why can't So doing a data.i.text works fine on this first guy. But why not the second? So I'm assuming that's also an element tag. So this is an element tag. But it's not working. But if I do get A, oh, okay, that follows a good logical pattern. So now if I do, yeah, now what type? So that was an elemental tag. If I look at the type of this now, still an element tag. Okay, but if I do get href, is this going to return a none? Or is it actually going to return? Now it works. Okay. Why this works, I don't know. Cool. Okay. So href is that. Name is going to equal that. So now that I got that out of the way, now I can set up my data URL to be equal to my base URL plus href. And then I want to do what this page showing where I do the request is going to be equal URL lib dot request my data URL, the response lib dot URL open that request, and then with open Alabama, what the French? Alabama data. So we want this to be a string. Alabama data plus name. Yeah. I want to write binary as file dot write res dot read. And then I have no idea. Done writing name. Module object not callable. Oh. Request open that guy. No way this works. Holy shit. Did it work? Oh my god. Did it actually work? There's no way. I refuse to believe. Well, I've got files. Okay, so it did kind of download them. If I pop them open in Notepad, a little bit of a gobbledygook. What happens if I go to Google Sheets? I just go home and I like throw this. This is a PDF. No, I don't want the PDF. I explicitly told you to not check the PDF contents. That's a zip. That too is a zip. Wait, what? Voter registration. Why are these zippy boys? This should be. Okay, yeah, let me add. So even though it is getting written, what if I don't do the binary thing? I just do the right. Right argument must be a stir, not bytes. Okay. Then you will be written in bytes. When I throw this into the Google Sheets, it just is like, oh, you're a zip. I know what you are. Okay. So what if, yeah, I want to do a check here. So I have my href. And then right off the bat, I want to do if XLS X not in href. If that's not in it, then just like fucking continue on to the next one. Right, name plus, what happens if I just add the SX extension on it? Why the fuck are you being opened in Internet Explorer? What the fuck? Sheets. Why are you doing this to me? You're an XML document. Alrighty. I am a ball of sadness right now because this is not what I want. What I want is the actual spreadsheet. I mean, this is like, Alright, let's just try this real quick. There's no way. Okay, maybe. Nah. Nothing works. And I am sad. So this is what I was able to rip straight from. Like if I just take this, throw it over here, it gives me this zip. Okay, so what happens if I were to just... Yeah, it gives me everything I want. Alright, so when I just put that in my browser, it takes me... We've opened your file for quick and easy viewing right in Microsoft Edge. You can choose download file if you want to use it later. Download file. There it is. All nice and happy. So I guess actually let me try if I go like that. It just so XLSX Google Slides, or maybe if I need to do it like this, it won't let me just. This will likely be a little difficult. There we go. Okay, so adding the right extension is going to be clutch because my computer is not going to know what to do elsewise. So it's going to just... Okay, cool. Cool. Okay, the other thing... Okay, no, it's already... Alright, it's 10:10. I need to call it a night. I think I've made some pretty good progress, even though this is just one fucking state. But we're learning. And that's all that matters. So, I think that is all there is for me tonight. I am tired. Still need to do a little bit of work before going to bed. This has been good. This was productive. Learning happened, which I am very happy with. So yeah, Thanks for tuning in. Sorry for all the spam bots. I need to figure out how to handle them. But in the meantime, have a good night, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.